All right, what's good, son? What's good? How you been? How you been?
Yes, I've been good. So what's good with you, sir?
Same old shit. Finally getting my stream schedule put together. I'm very happy about that. So that's gonna be going up this week. Get shit together and organized and rocking and rolling, man. Anyway, what's good, viewers? It's the boy Dead Aim to the brain. You know why?
Ed,
And it's my one and only brother, Dead Eyes. Go ahead and tell the people who
yep.
you are.
Yo, it's your boy Dead Eyes here. And we have a podcast we're about to have here. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Yeah. Today we want to discuss. We want to go through what we expect Microsoft or are looking forward to seeing Microsoft showcase on their July 23rd event, the Xbox Game Showcase. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down the list of the studios that we're hopefully going to see and what we're going to see from them. And we're going to hopefully predict slash fill you in on what we are excited to see. All right. Now let me pull up this list. All right. So, Microsoft has been in a purchasing spree lately. They purchased about 13, 14, 15 studios, somewhere in there. And now they have a stacked development house of studios. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the most obvious and big daddy for the last one. If you don't know who the obvious big daddy is, then that's too damn bad. You got to sit around and wait till the very end. All right. But the rest of you that do know, stay tuned for that. All right. First things first. Xbox Game Studios. They have a total of 15 studios. The main studio being the Xbox Game Studios publishing branch. I don't know if the publishing branch actually develops themselves, so we're gonna skip past that. World's Edge. Okay, this is a real-time strategy studio. This studio is famous for Age of Empires. Now, I don't think you play any real-time strategy games. I don't. I think they've made a big thing about some remaster they might have coming or something, but I don't know. So, you have any interest in World's Edge and anything they may produce?
Well, I'm interested in anything new that I could play that I haven't played or experienced yet. So I'll be waiting to see what comes
Whoa,
up.
whoa, whoa. Hello?
Yes.
I apologize. You were just muted. Could you say that again, please? I didn't realize I
I
had you on.
said, well, I would be interested in anything I haven't played or experienced yet. So even though I have not experienced that type, I will be looking forward to seeing it, sir.
Okay, even so you are willing to branch off into the RTS genre and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Give it a shot.
Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'll be looking forward to that.
All right. Like I said, I have no further comment on that studio or their pedigree or what they may produce. So let's move on. The next studio up is Undead Labs, and you are a little familiar with this studio. This is the State of Decay studio house. Now, you and I had some fun with State of Decay 1. I have yet to play State of Decay 2, but it is part of my stream schedule, so I will be getting to that this week. As a matter of fact, that's on Saturday. 9 p.m. twitch.tv/that. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I
interested in
did,
go ahead.
wait a second. I did experience State of Decay 2. I did. It was a pretty solid game.
Okay.
It was realistic. I mean, it kind of it hit me in a good way. It kind of had you thinking. You kind of had to store food. You had to get medicine. You had to do stuff that most games don't make you do.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, like, if your people were sick and you didn't do it, I think it was it was a possibility that they could die. Yes, they
Yeah,
could
yeah.
die.
I mean, they died in part one too, I believe, if I remember
Yeah. So
correctly.
yes. So yeah, they would die if you don't get the medicine, and they will starve. So it was like a realistic survival zombie game.
Mm.
It was pretty tight.
Yeah.
I just wish that they had did a multiplayer, like a campaign multiplayer. That would be really awesome if
Yeah.
they did something like that.
Right, right, right. You know, we in love with that co-op campaign.
Yeah, so
Um, but yeah, I agree, man. Like I played part one and I liked what it had to offer. It was a different style of game, made me think and all that, and I appreciated that. But it was a little buggy, like super buggy, actually, to be honest. It had a lot of jank features that was kind of crazy, and I was looking forward to part two. Hopefully, it would have rectified that. And like I said, I haven't put my hands on it yet, but from what I saw in what they showed off, it looked solid, but it didn't look like enough of an upgrade to really warrant the two. But um, it was received pretty solidly, so I'm looking forward to play because I play all zombie games pretty much. So I got to get my hands on it eventually. And then, so do you expect to see them on the 23rd? Do you think they have anything to show?
I didn't hear you on that. Could you repeat that?
Do you expect to see them on the 23rd? Do you think they have anything to show?
I would love if they would show up on the 23rd, like they would have something to say about that. I would, I mean, like I said, I
In what
enjoyed the
capacity?
game.
So what, like a State of Decay 3?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I would love a State of Decay 3, especially
Okay.
on those new system and next gen consoles. That would be dope.
All right. I'm feeling that. I mean, if they can get the kinks ironed out and make it a solid experience, I can't comment on part two, but based on part one, if they could really iron that curb out and add to it and give it a lot more story elements, it doesn't necessarily have to be cinematic, but just give me more of a world to explore and add that lore and shit to it. And I'm on board with that. So but do you know when State of Decay 2 came out? I think it was 2018. Yeah. So I mean, maybe they might be getting ready to tease something. I don't think within 2 years that would be enough time for that studio to have a major turnaround project yet because they weren't even that big of a studio to begin with. So um,
Yeah, so you gotta give them some more time.
yeah. I if anything, actually, I don't. It would be nice to see them show up with like a State of Decay 3 teaser, but I actually don't think they'll be there. I mean,
Yeah,
because
that's what I would expect at least a teaser or a
yeah,
trailer, something, just something small,
yeah,
just
but I
showing that
think
yeah, we're in the makings of this.
yeah, I think I agree that would be nice, but I think Microsoft it might steer clear of that shit based on May's event where they had a lot of teases and trailers instead of gameplay. And that shit backfired crazy. So I'm thinking they might stay away from that this time, but it'd be nice to see it for sure. I agree with you there. Next up, we have Turn 10 Studios. Now, this is the Forza Motorsport powerhouse. That's what they do. They drop Forza every 2, now 3 years. I think when they drop this year, it'll be the third year of that hiatus from the last Forza Motorsport. So I've played the motorsport games. They're really good racers, but sim racers aren't really my thing, so I never stick around with them too long. Um, so, are you excited to see? I think it's Forza Motorsport 8. Do you care?
I mean, I never really been a racer type person, but I'll still support the game and play it, but I've not really been a racer type.
So you might try it out and shit like
Yeah, I might
that.
try it out. Yeah, just experience it and see what it's about.
Right. Same way here. Yeah, I might give it a spin, but it's not something I um will stick around with very long. I need my arcade racers, man. I need those police chases, and I haven't had that fucking game give me that yet. Um, Burnout Paradise was a great experience. It didn't have police chases, but it had a type of race that was kind of like you were being chased, even though they weren't police. So that was kind of a good substitute. That game was great. And then the last one that I had though was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, like when they did it on the last generation of consoles, the remakes. Oh my goodness, it's so good. When it was Criterion Studios. Oh man, I remember just like racing with the on the cliffside with the ocean and in the distance, and you got the fucking horizon coming up, and
Mm.
you, oh man, police chasing you. Oh god damn, that shit was dope. It was so good. It was so good. I just love that game, and I can't even get to play that game now, so that sucks. But you know, if yeah, don't care too much about what turn 10 has to offer, but let's see what it is, you know. Anyway, next up we have the Initiative. Now the Initiative is one of their newer studios. This is supposed to be their triple quadruple A studio house. This studio house is the one that's headed up by the former head of Crystal Dynamics, Darren Gallagher. I don't know if he was the head of Crystal Dynamics or if he was responsible for the reboot of Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider franchise. So it might be both actually. So yeah, Daryl Gallagher, he's in charge of that studio, and like I said, they're expecting big things because they're calling them a quadruple A studio apparently. So now this studio, I believe, is the one that they're saying is rumored to be working on the Perfect Dark remake or re-envisioning. Or what have you. Did you ever play Perfect Dark back in the day?
Nah, I never got to that. Or mostly playing
Ooh,
mostly a
shit.
007.
Yeah, and you know what? So many people were 007 gamers. I was a 007 gamer too. And I try to tell people, even though Perfect Dark came out so late in the damn console cycle, and you needed that stupid ass expansion pack that cost you an arm and a leg just to have the game and the pack. I think I paid like $1.20 for the game and the expansion pack. Perfect Dark was the evolution of 007, though. You know what I mean? It took 007 to the next level, and it had so many throwbacks and homages to 007 in it. So once you was inundated with the gameplay of 007 and you loved that world, you could have seamlessly ran over to Perfect Dark. And that's what a lot of people missed out on, man. But that game was so dope. I love that game. As a matter of fact, I was playing that game a couple weeks ago, just running through it on easy just to play it again and see what it was like, because I can play it now through the rare compilation that they have on the one. So that was great, man. I love that game. So if that's what they're working on, shoot, I would love to see a return to that. Now I know Perfect Dark is just, it only has that one great game, and then they had to follow up to that was Perfect Dark Zero, the prequel or whatever, that was super trash. But it doesn't have that much weight to it. I think Perfect Dark came out like 20 years ago or some shit like that. So many people don't know that. But for me, I'd be excited, but I don't care. It's just whatever they have coming. It better be goddamn good for calling it quadruple A. Anyway, I ran it on too long. My bad. What do you think of Perfect Dark? Would you like to see a remake, or would you rather something new? What do you have? What do you think?
To be honest with you, since I never played it, I can't really give any comments on it.
Mm,
But hey, they could. I wouldn't be. It wouldn't be bad if they brought it out. Maybe I could try it out for a next gen console. Maybe it might push me to go back and play the old ones. I don't know, but I can't really comment on it because I
mm.
never played.
Right, right. So would you rather see Perfect Dark, or would you rather see something entirely new from this quadruple A studio?
Well, to be honest with you, that may sound greedy, but I would like to see both. Another perfect dark and still bring something new.
I'm feeling that actually. I like that. I like that because if you quadruple A, don't tell me you can't work on two titles at once.
Exactly.
You know, one should be
Exactly.
further along and then another one, you know.
Yeah.
Although I think they were formed in 2018, so that's still a quick turnaround. But that's the thing actually. On a quick turnaround, they could probably do the Perfect Dark remaster or remake. You know what I mean? Just with a quick new engine and just redo that game, and then still be working on their big budget thing, and that would be ill. I would love
Mhm.
that. That would be the ideal scenario for me. Shit, Perfect Dark is updated. Speaking of which, speaking of old school games that was dope, did you ever play Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning?
Nope.
Oh my God, you missed out on an RPG gem last generation, right? Let me tell you something. That game is dropping next month. I That game is. I have the old one, and the remaster one is coming next month. I'm so fucking excited. I had forgotten that shit was coming out, and I saw a preview for it the other day. I was like, yes, I have more games to play. Yo, that was one of my favorite RPGs. I spent so many hours in that game. I never beat it, but I just like kept playing it like endlessly. It was fun as fuck. I really enjoyed my time in that game, so I can't wait for that. So doing that with Perfect Dark for me would be heaven sent. Damn there. Anyway, unless you have anything else about the triple, quadruple, sextuplet studio, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Now, the next studio house is the Coalition. Now, this is the Gears studio house. This is the studio house that was run by Rod Ferguson. And Rod Ferguson was one of the founders of the Gears franchise. It was him and Cliffy B. And he left recently to go become the head of Activision, or not Activision. Blizzard Entertainment, maybe, or no. I think it's to work on Diablo 4. Anyway, whatever it is, he's off somewhere doing something else now. He's no longer the head of the Coalition. Cliffy B did at one point, toss his name in the hat for like coming back to work on the Gears series. But what do you think we're gonna see from the Coalition? Another Gears game, anything at all, or something entirely new?
Well, I figured it'll be another Gears for sure because Gears is a heavy hitter for the Xbox. So I could see another Gears coming, and they're going to try to work on it and probably beef it up more, but maybe add more stuff in. But to me, the Gears series to me was pretty solid. So I could only expect them to go up instead of down. I could only expect them to get better at it. So I'm really excited to see what they have to bring to the table. But I would, again, like I said, I would like to see them come with something new other than Gears. But I'm expecting Gears to be there as one of the games. So
I don't know, man. I think it's too soon for Gears 6. If they're gonna have anything Gears related, it needs to be a spin-off. I don't think we're unless you have something drastically new for Gears, don't show us Gears right now. Because the criticism has always been Gears, Halo, Gears, and Forza, right? That's too much of what Microsoft does. And we're already getting, the blowout Halo, which we're going to touch on later. And we already spoke about Forza that we're going to get. So, it'll be the same three again, really dominating the showcase, and Gears 5 was good, but I don't think it really hit all the spots they wanted it to hit. So I think they kind of need to go back to the drawing board a little bit and fine tune that franchise. And I love that franchise. It's one of my favorite franchises. I really do. One of the rare franchises that I played each game multiple times through entirely. So, but we'll see. If they're even there at all. But I'm hoping. I would much rather them not be there and they're off working on something than show up with another Gears.
Well, who knows? They might just surprise us and at least have a trailer or a teaser for the next Gears.
Yeah, but again, I think they're gonna try to stay away from that whole trailer vibe this time. I think they're gonna come. I think this time Microsoft has to come out guns blazing because they've been in trouble for a long time, man. Sony's been whooping their ass for a hot minute, right? And when they went first and announced the Series X and Sony was quiet and all that, it was like, oh, Microsoft, yeah. Microsoft is changing their ways. They understand they're for the gamers and they're out front with this, right? And then they screwed up their May event, and then Sony came out bang, bang, guns blazing in June and lit shit up. So now Microsoft is back in trouble again. And I don't think after the reception that we got in May that Microsoft can afford to go back to doing a ton of trailers again. I'm not saying not to have any trailers at all, but man, if they rely too much on trailers, they're going to get killed. And then going into this next gen, they're not going to be off to a good start unless they got a phenomenal price point, which is something entirely different that we can touch on later as well. But Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what the coalition has, if anything. But my prediction is that they are not gonna be there, and I hope that they are working on Gears. If anything comes from them, I hope it's like some announcement that, like, yeah, Gears is being worked on, and it's we're retooling a lot of shit or reimagining or whatever. But that's about it from me. Anything on the coalition? Anything else on the coalition from you?
No, that's it.
Right. Next up, we have Rare. Now, speaking of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, Rare is the studio that made 007 and Perfect Dark, but that was back when they were a Nintendo Studio House. They were purchased by Microsoft many, many years ago, and they have not done anything significant since. Some would argue that their Sea of Thieves game is significant because it has improved since from whence it first began. But it has not piqued my interest. Maybe I'll get around to it one day. Maybe I won't. But I don't expect to see very much from them, if anything. Although I would say this. What a twist would it be if Rare was the studio house working on the Perfect Dark remaster or remake because they were the original makers of it? That would be quite the twist.
That'd be
What do you think about Rare, man? Anything on
Uh,
them?
correct me if I'm wrong. Rare didn't. This is just my guess. I don't just correct me. Rare didn't do like Killer Instinct or something. What are those fighting games?
Um, I think they might have actually. When back in the Nintendo days, I think they did do a Killer Instinct, but I
Yeah,
can't
I
be
think
certain.
so.
I'm not sure. Hold on,
I
let me
just know
try to
it
pull that
was
up
a
real quick.
fighting.
Let me see. Yeah, go ahead though.
Yeah, I think I could have sworn like back in the days playing yeah the first Killer Instinct for Nintendo. Was this yeah Super Nintendo?
Mhm.
I think I saw Rare as one of the companies in the been on it when you first turn on the game. I can't recall though. But well, now we could only hope and see what they come with.
Mhm.
So well, with that being said, we could push forward to the next one.
Oh, hold on. I was just pulling up their games. I wanted to see what they made back in the day. They had Donkey Kong Country, Banjo Kazooie, Conquer, GoldenEye 007, Perfect Dark. Yeah, you're right. Killer Instinct. They have also
Oh,
developed action adventure games, including Star Fox, Cameo. Oh, but that's old shit. That's old shit. But maybe, yeah, no, yeah, Killer Instinct as well. But I want to see when. Originally created by Rare and published by Midway. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you are correct. They are responsible for Killer Instinct as well. But that studio that did all of those magnificent, wonderful games has long since been defunct and now is something entirely new under the Microsoft wing. So I have yet to see shit. I closed out the window. I have yet to see anything from them that piques my interest. So, do you hope to see anything from them on the 23rd?
yeah, I think they'll come up with something good.
Like what? Not a Sea of Thieves, Sea of Thieves 2? You think they might switch
No,
a genre?
yeah, they might switch a genre. They might come out with something hard, man. Because Xbox know they can't come out playing. Xbox know they can't bring a knife to a gunfight. So,
Right. I mean, yeah, I would hope they realize that by now, but at the same point, it doesn't have to be every studio house bringing something gangbusters or
but
phenomenal.
I would hope that they do that though, because yeah, you don't every studio
Shit.
can bring out something big and heavy hitting. But what? Just think, what if they did?
I mean, that
What if?
would be great, bro. I'm really looking forward to it. If the more studios that they have with some amazing games, with amazing games, the better for us. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. That's why shoot, and all these studios that we're talking about right now, whatever they get, whatever games they're making, we're gonna play them automatically, whether the pocket's dry or not, because we got that ultimate Game Pass. So we're always
Hmm.
gonna be able to get their games and Game Pass. Goddamn, I really want to do that article on why I love Game Pass because that's such a phenomenal service, man. It's the Netflix of gaming, and it's so wonderful. It really
Yeah,
is.
it
You
is.
really don't need to
Yes.
buy a lot of games when you have Game Pass. And if you could wait patiently, like you're gonna still end up with a lot of stuff. I think like they just got Red Dead Redemption 2 on Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, they just stay getting good stuff, man. And then they have that the amazing library. I won't go into it. Anyway. So yeah, we're done with Rare. Moving on, next studio, Playground Games. Now, Playground Games is the Forza Horizon studio. This is a studio that does the the arcade quote unquote version of Forza. And I mean they're good racing games, but they're really to me still just simulators. I'm missing the police chase. And Forza Horizon 4, I've played the most out of that than I have any other Horizon game, but at the same time token, I didn't do much in it still. I mean, I'd say maybe I played about 30-40% of that game tops. So I the rumor is they have a second development studio and they are working on a Fable game, a Fable reimagining. Did you ever play the Fable series back in the day? Hello? Did I lose you? How would a boy gone? You there? Your mic on mute now. Where go on? You okay? You fall down and faint. Hello? The boy no hear me, All right, what's that go on, yeah?
Yo,
Yeah. What that go on? You good? You okay? Yeah, all right.
yeah, they're here. There's a minor difficulties coming.
All right. You can let us know when you're ready.
Yes, here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, me hear you. You ready? You ready? Him not ready. You ready like Freddy? You have to get ready. You have to get ready. You have to get ready. All right. Me done sing, man. Not talk about my voice. Me know one angel come out my mouth, man. Me know that. All right, boy. Me done ad libbing now, man. Where you there, man? Where you there? Still pause for technical difficulties as I give you the soothing sounds of my bare white voice talking about what I may expect to see from Playground Games. I have not played the Fable series very much in my lifetime. I actually just downloaded the original Fable on my Xbox One X. I have played around with the game for about an hour, maybe two, and I like what it is for what it is. So I'm mightily looking forward to if they would switch it up and bring out a more mature, um, modern Fable, contemporary Fable. I would rather enjoy that very much as I finish up my end and cue to my partner. Hello, sir. Are you there now?
Yo,
Yes, sir. We do have you. We have you on mic. Are you ready for us?
yes, we're good.
Oh wow, that is wonderful. That is classic. Wow, my man said yes, we're good, and click drop. Okay. All right. Okay, we got him back.
Yes, we got him back.
We got
Okay.
him back. You're back. Okay. Did you hear the question?
No, go back, get back at
Okay,
me then.
the question was about Fable. The rumors Playground Games is making a Fable game, and the question was, have you played Fable at all?
No, but I always looked at it and it had looked like a pretty solid game. I just never got around to it because I think in those time I'm mostly studying Legend of Zelda.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Legend of Zelda is a much better game, but uh, Fable, I had never played it before recently, before this year, in fact, and I downloaded the Fable original because I wanted to try it out because I wanted to see what people love about this franchise so much, and it has a certain charm to it, and I kind of understand what they feel. So even though it's such an old game, I've played maybe an hour or two of it, and I've been enjoying my time. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that eventually. So if they bring a modern, contemporary, awesome Fable that's for a mature audience, hell, even if it's funny and quirky, I'm down because I love that style of game. So I'll definitely be looking forward to that. I definitely expect to see them there by all accounts. Fable is a thing. This remake from or reimagining from Playground Studios is a thing, and it will be there. So I fully expect and hope to see what they have in store for us with that franchise. As far as another Forza Horizon game, I don't care unless they show me cop chases in it. I will not care. Anything from you?
You know what game I was hoping that somebody would bring back? You remember Spy Hunter?
Yes, I do remember Spy Hunter. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was an
that
underappreciated gem.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't understand. That was pretty tight. I remember playing it. That was nice. Now that was a game that you could it had a certain it was rare. It had a certain difference than any other game.
Hmm. Yeah, I could
But
agree with that.
it was different from any other game I played, but I was kind of hoping it brought other back, like games like that and Double Dragon and stuff like that. They could actually bring those back, but
Well, they
who
just
knows?
brought your Streets of Rage 4, son. How you feeling about that?
Um, let's not talk about that 'cause that's not Streets of Rage brought back. That's an embarrassment.
How is it?
How are you going to bring the same game back? And the only difference is that you could make a little. I has an extra power move that you actually have to pick up off the ground. It's not even like a move that you did couple combos and you build a meter and you do. You
Mm,
actually got to pick this item off the ground in order to be able to do the move. If I'm
yeah.
correct,
I mean, you ain't
yeah,
liking
nah,
that,
that
huh?
is whack. And then the only
My
thing is that the
man's not
characters
feeling
then
that.
can bounce off the wall and you could continue comboing them. Other than that, it's no different than the other game, than the first one, or the
So,
first and second or third. I mean, I don't know, man. I just
so,
speaking crazy. That game ain't changed a damn bit.
so you're not gonna be finishing Streets of Rage
Yeah,
4 then.
they embarrassed that game, man. They could have done a lot better. I don't. They could have done that game. They could have did Bouncer. When Bouncer, yeah,
Uh,
it had a game named Bouncer that came out for PlayStation 2 when PlayStation 2 had just come out.
mm,
That was a tight game, a pretty good game, solid game. Come
mm.
on, you could have
I
did
think
Streets
I've
of Rage
heard of
on
that
that.
game too, but
Yeah,
I don't
Bouncer was
think I
pretty
ever play.
tight.
I never played that.
And for it being a PlayStation 2 game, the graphics was cool. It was nice.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
but oh come
Okay,
on,
okay,
man. They
okay. So,
destroyed Streets
so
of Rage. It was like,
if they bring Double Dragon back and give it the Streets of Rage 4 treatment, you ain't gonna be happy.
no, I ain't gonna be happy at all.
Okay,
No, Double
okay,
Dragon was a pretty solid game.
all
Don't
right.
insult a
So,
game like that, please.
you looking forward to this Fable or
Yeah. Let's see what Fable got to do. Let's see what Fable can do.
we
Hopefully,
definitely
Fable.
went off on a tangent
I
there.
mean, I mean, Fable cannot. I mean, can't step in how to say Legend of Zelda's shoes. But if it at least comes close, hey, more power to Xbox.
Hey man,
More power to the developers that do it.
I'm gonna have to start checking you on those Zelda loving claims, man. You ain't played Zelda in a hot minute, bro.
That's the point. I ain't played Zelda in a hot minute, but this even the old games that I've played for Legend of Zelda are still
Still
tight up
got
to this
there,
day.
huh? All
It
right,
is still
okay.
good up to this day.
All right, all right, all right. We're gonna let that rock. All right,
Yeah.
moving on. We have Obsidian Entertainment. Obsidian Entertainment is the studio house responsible for some RPG gems like Fallout New Vegas, Dungeon Siege 3, South Park The Stick of Truth, which I loved but never finished. I actually have that. I just re-downloaded that to get back to playing that. I want to play that and The Fractured But Whole. So I'm gonna get back to those games. But yeah, and they have they recently developed the Outer Worlds, which is a great RPG game. I started that, never finished it, have it on my system, re-downloaded it recently actually to get back to it. But I would love to see what they have in store for us next because that is a really quality studio house, and I think I think that with what they did with the Outer Worlds proves that they're ready for the next level. And with Microsoft behind them, they'll have the proper support and budget to really give us a AAA RPG experience. And I don't think it'll be ready for this year or anytime soon, but because the Outer Worlds, I believe, dropped last year. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they have in store for us, but I'm not expecting them to necessarily be at this show. And if they are, I know it won't be anything coming up soon. I believe if they are there, that'll be one of the studios that gives us the teaser treatment that tells us, hey, this is what we're working on, you know? What do you think about Obsidian? You played any of their games?
Nope. But hey, South Park seemed cool. I was told about South Park. I never played it, but one of my coworkers played it and he said it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I enjoyed the little bit that I played too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us next. I'm hoping it's an entirely new franchise, or I'll take even the Outer Worlds 2 preview, you know. But I would love to see what they have in store for us. So do you think they're gonna be there and show off anything, or?
Yeah, hopefully they have to. Like I told you, um Sony ain't playing, so yeah, Microsoft has been on top of those developers, so they'll have to come with something. Trust me, they have to come with something, and they gotta come really good.
Yeah,
Because ain't like this
they
is
have
just one
to.
of those. Ain't like this is just one of those years that it just games come out. This is a year that next gen console is coming out. So
Hmm.
they have to. That is with more pressure, so they have to come out with something good. They cannot like half step. They got to come all the way with this.
Yeah, yeah, and Obsidian
Because
is
you,
one of their bigger studio houses. Like those are the one of the studios that can produce that high level caliber content for us to get the needle moving in their favor, man, and show the gaming world that Microsoft really is about that gaming life because Sony's the one that does that right now. Sony says, hey, we got first party games galore, and each and every single one of them is high caliber, smash you in the face, banging ass shit, with the exception
yeah.
of you know which one is them poo poo ass shit. We ain't gonna touch on that now, okay? I ain't gonna go off that ledge, but
Oh, I've been
yeah.
itching to jump off a ledge after that
We
game.
we can touch on it after we go through the list, man. Because whoo, but I ain't gonna do that right now in the middle of this. We talking about the Xbox game showcase, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store. Do you care what they have in store since you haven't had any experience with them? You didn't even try the Outer Worlds, did you?
nope. I
Yeah.
was too
So
busy playing Destiny.
lame.
Yeah, he loves Destiny too. That's why he sings for it. We know that.
Man, Destiny has hurt me so many times. It's one of the
See,
franchises that actually has
listen to me,
really,
right?
really hurt me.
People, listen to me. That's the reason why it hurts him because he loves it so much. Something you
I
can't
loved
hurt you unless you love you.
I loved the dream of Destiny. I love what I thought Destiny was going to be. I love
Oh, let's
what
get
they
back to
told me
Xbox.
Destiny was going to be. I loved all of that.
Um,
I never got that. So
oh,
I moved on. I don't like to stay in battered relationships. Some people do, but it's okay. I understand. You're my family, so I stay and I support you. But I divorced that bitch, and I'm looking at my new little bitty Outriders. New little bitty Outriders.
you know, this is
That's
a,
really
this
gonna
is
be.
a,
It's
this
looking
is
like
a,
this. What you got to
this is
say?
a. I just hope the grass is greener on that side, my friend.
It shows how looking so, my guy. You watch
Anyhow,
Broadcast 2 yet? Have you watched
as
Broadcast 2 yet?
soon as soon as I am finished
Oh
with this
god.
podcast, I'm gonna play me some Destiny 2.
Ooh, you enjoy that poo poo, my guy. I hear that's gourmet in some parts of the world. You use poop to grow potatoes. You know that, right? It's good fertilizer for the soil. Play your potato game, boy.
Without further ado, let's go on to the next list, please.
I can't wait for Outriders, boy. Ooh, you see that Pyromancer class? That shit is everything Destiny was supposed to be.
To
Anyway,
me, uh, to me, Outriders just looks like another like Destiny had a child with
don't do
Warframe,
that. Don't do that.
and
You
then
see, this is
a
where you.
little mix of
Oh,
what you call that game there again. If I just had the game in my head, what's the game that the other game I like to play so much, man?
I don't know though. You like
The
to play lame shit.
not the army game. Give me the name. It just slipped my head.
The army game. Yeah. That Ubisoft game.
Division
Yeah,
Two,
that
Division
garbage.
Two. Yeah,
Yeah,
Division
yeah.
Two. I haven't played
That
it in a long
Destiny
time.
wannabe.
So yeah, it's like Division Two, Destiny had a child. Yeah, with Warframe,
Fam,
and that
fam,
created that
that
game.
is super disrespectful to all that Outriders has to display. First of all, already off rip, Outriders have a huge, expansive story. They've already said that on a multitude of occasions, okay? An expansive, huge story with all the lore on the disc in the game, meaning you don't have to visit a website in order to find out a goddamn other thing about the game. Don't you let me get started on that doggy doodoo poo poo piece of shit. Don't really do that. Don't tell me no Outriders look like no child or no motherfucking Destiny and garbage ass wannabe Division 2. Are you serious, my nigga? Those games have no soul. They have structures. They have gameplay mechanisms. They do not have a core soul that hooks a gamer and makes you want to be in that fucking world. They don't have that. Okay? Now, Outriders, by all accounts, looks like it has that in store
You
for
know
us.
something? Slow
All
down.
right. What?
Stop. You know what's the funny thing about it that you just so said? Looks like it has it. So
Yeah.
therefore, you're actually back in a game that you haven't played or
Yeah,
haven't seen yet.
I know that. I'm
Yeah. So
excited for
no, no,
something I
no, no.
haven't played. What's wrong
So
with that?
yeah. So you was like that there for Destiny too, as well. So according to
Yes,
you,
I was. God damn it. I would never
according
fail to admit
so
that.
wait, so according to you, I don't think Destiny's a bad game. I see it has some work still to be done, but I don't see it as a bad game. But according to you, Outriders is going to be this better game. But it's just showing you little clips of how the game is. How you know the story gonna be ironclad, like perfect,
Okay,
well
I
put
don't know
together.
that.
We don't
I
know that there.
No, of
Yeah,
course not.
you
I
know.
don't. I don't know that, bro. And
Okay,
you are
so
correct. You are
you're
correct.
getting
I did get
excited
hype
for
about this.
something that you
But
haven't seen before.
yeah, I
You just
agree.
see little clip because we was watching Destiny when it came out. It had all the best clips too. We were
Yes, and I
hyped
was
about
hyped. Yes,
it. Okay,
I agree. And then Destiny gave me some bullshit. They reskinned
so let
Destiny
me ask
1
you. I don't
and then
think they gave you
re-released it.
bullshit. Okay, hold up. I
Bro,
don't
tell
think
me
they gave
Destiny
you.
2 isn't Destiny 1 reskin. You tell me that shit right now.
No, no, it's not. It's a
Oh
lot more better than
man.
Destiny One.
How?
But
How? How, sir?
like
How?
I said, right? Though, right? you can't really talk about Outriders yet. You can't count all the chickens before they're hatched.
I know
Okay.
that. All I'm saying is I'm excited about it. I'm excited for it, and it looks like it's
No,
shaping up
you
to
was
be everything
actually
that
no, you was
Destiny
actually
was supposed to be.
no. Your hype you had was that it's completely better than Destiny. Way
I
better than
can't
Destiny.
say it's better than Destiny. Destiny is a
Yes,
solid
that's
game, but Destiny fell way short of what it was supposed to be. It's a good game, okay? Shooting is phenomenal in Destiny, but it's a freaking shooting gallery. That's all it is. It's run to this room, shoot every enemy in the room, run to their room, shoot every enemy in the room. Destiny is nothing but a shooting gallery. There's nothing else happening in there. Then you get the little checkpoints and hubs that has a little bit of life to it, and then you speed off on your little bike to another room and shooting more enemies, and then another room and shoot more enemies. And there's nothing else to Destiny but that. That is the entire loop, and then you get more weapons to do that some more. It's ridiculous. It promised me an entire huge expansive world, this entire new world where I was this guardian and I was free to fulfill my destiny and explore this galaxy. And it gave me that doggy doodle shit. Don't get me started on Destiny. It failed
okay.
on very many
So
accounts.
for
Now,
anybody that's
Outriders
watched this,
is not better than Destiny because it's not released, but I am very excited for it, and it looks like it can be better than Destiny in every single way. Well, maybe not the shooting, because
bandwagon,
no,
this
maybe
is
not the
gonna be
shooting, because the shooting did look a
band.
little sus. The guns didn't look like it had any feedback and shit like that, but we'll see. It looked like it might have been more like what's that other abomination that I was excited for that failed us as well, where you could fly? Um,
Anthem.
yeah. The
Yeah,
shooting looks
that's
like it was in
just
that
how
shit.
the shooting
Yeah,
looks like
yeah,
Anthem, which is
yeah.
garbage.
So that's sus.
So
That's
yeah,
that's not good.
yeah,
I'm
it's
hoping that
garbage.
gets addressed, but the powers that you have available to you and shit
The
like
powers
that.
is
I mean,
garbage too. The
oh,
powers is
shut the.
garbage.
You see, you also
Oh god,
bullshit.
the
How
powers
can
are
you praise
garbage.
Destiny and then tell
Listen to
me
me.
the powers for
First
Outriders
of
look like
all, right?
garbage? You have
First of
two
all,
powers
right?
in Destiny when you have eight in
First,
Outriders. Oh my
listen
god,
to
you're a
me.
sick
The
dude.
powers them are stupid. Did you realize that Outriders stole Destiny's jump and ground pound from the Titans? Did you realize that?
Oh man, so wait, do you think Destiny's the first game to have that
No, listen to
mechanic?
me. Listen to me. Like I'm saying, right? They stole that.
Okay, let's say
First of
you are
all,
right. Let's say they stole that. What else? What
okay,
else?
yeah. Watch this, right? You really want to put Destiny's power mechanics next to Outriders? I mean,
Yeah,
literally, they
yeah,
don't. No, Outriders look their power
yeah.
mechanics looks like I've been watching it. Like the teleportation, and
What?
everything, that looks terrible, man. Honestly,
You are a liar. You a dirty mouth
listen to me.
liar.
Listen to me, right?
What?
Listen to me,
You're
right?
you a
I
nasty dude,
honestly
my guy. You a nasty
listen to me.
dude.
Listen to me. Watch Destiny's power moves mechanics. Like, for example, let's take the Hunter. The Hunter jumps in the air and spins off and throw daggers like a ninja. You understand, like a shinobi. Where do you see any cool moves like that inside of Outriders?
Bro, come
Explain that to
on.
me.
You are not really gonna hit me with that.
Like the lightning staff,
Wow,
or like they come on. It
bro.
has so many the power moves in Destiny are better than the power moves in Outriders. Hands down.
Wow.
Like
How
Outriders
many
look like
how
it's
many
struggling.
variations? How many
Outriders just
variations of
looks
power
like
moves
it's
do you have in
struggling
Destiny?
though. I listen to me. I am hoping that it gets there, but listen, it is struggling though. You're not looking at it from the outside. You're a fanboy right now. You've become a fanboy, and you see, I just letting you go on while you're loud, special effects and screaming and doing all that shaka boo boo, whatever it is you're doing, boom shaka laka loud noise. But in all actuality, Outriders is struggling to be, you know, in the same class with the games that have come out. I mean,
Uh,
if you were
I
playing
just
like if you listen, let's say like you should like you know what I hope comes and knock out Destiny? Halo. Halo would be a good
damn.
game.
All right, let's
Mm.
touch on Halo later. We saving that for a little bit further in the podcast. But bro, You were just complaining about how Destiny's power moves are lame. They're so small. They
No,
end
what
so
I
quickly.
said
You
with
said the one is
Destiny,
just
no,
like a
no, no,
little lame ass Kamehameha. You know
no,
what I
no.
mean? It's
Listen,
like,
you're not
come
listening to
on, my
me. Okay,
guy.
listen, you're not listening. I said yes. If you're going to make a character shoot a beam out his hand, why didn't you just make him use his two hands and shoot a beam?
Yeah,
Because you
but
already have
fam,
the warlock shooting out the purple blast with one hand. Why would you make the warlock use one hand for the beam? It's
fam,
almost a beam that look close to a Kamehameha wave. So you
fam.
might as well have used the warlock to use the
You
two hands.
have
That's what I said.
one.
A
No,
second
but
problem
you
I
have
had with
one.
them was,
Okay, go ahead.
wait. I'm speaking here on the
Yeah.
greatest game of all time. Please let me finish.
Wow.
What I'm saying, right, is they could at least have some impact on the ground. Like if you do a move and explode, at least, you know, let the environment feel it. Even like in most games, the environment will disappear and go back to normal, but at least let the environment feel the weight of the power. At least let some ground break, let some rocks fly, break a tree or two. But that was the problem I just had there. But
Okay.
other than that, Destiny power moves, they're good. They're
Okay.
they're
So
nice.
let me ask you something. In total, each class has three power moves, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And at any given time, you can select one power move to be equipped at a time, right?
I don't know what you're getting at with this, sir.
Answer
But
the question. That's
you're
all.
we're not in court, and you're not a lawyer. We're not in court, and you're not a lawyer.
I just
So
want
I don't have to
clarification
answer
on
you.
some facts.
Guess what? I plead the fifth on this. Deal with it.
He was a sick dude, man. Hey, listen. We need to get off of this because this is something that could go all night. But Outriders, it has potential. I'm excited, and that's all we're gonna say about that. Let's move on. All right. The next studio up is Ninja Theory. Now, Ninja Theory is the studio that is most recently responsible for Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Right now, that was recently, they were recently purchased by Microsoft. They had released Hellblade on the PlayStation before. It was a timed exclusive that Microsoft got a hold of it and decided to buy the studio. Prior to that, they had also did Heavenly Sword, Enslaved Odyssey to the West, and the Devil May Cry remake, remaster, re-envisioning shit, the DMC game. But the game that they did, Heavenly Sword, I think that was a launch game for the PS3. I played that. That was kind of like a bootleg God of War. When the weapons swung around, it didn't really have any impact on the enemies, so it was kind of lame, but it was fun still. Enslaved Odyssey to the West was decent, but I have not played Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. We know that they're working on Hellblade 2, Hellblade 2. I don't know if it's Senua's Sacrifice 2 or whatever. And we fully expect to see that. I fully expect to see that there because they've already used that a teaser of that already. So to have teased that game already and then not show up with something here just doesn't make sense to me. So I fully expect to see that. What do you have to say about this studio house and what they're most likely to show?
Well, I haven't played that game either that you spoke about. I haven't played it either. I haven't played any of the games that you mentioned. But I will say that Heavenly Swords was Is it Heavenly Swords it was, right?
Yeah, that was the
Okay,
PS3 launch game. That was kind
yeah,
of like God of War.
I played that. It is a bootleg washed down version of God of War. The weapon didn't do enough damage. It made it look like you were swinging I don't know, like a piece of rope against armored enemies. So yeah, but it was a pretty cool game though. It was good, nice graphics, nice fighting, nice scene. Everything was nice, but the weapon just didn't feel like you had something strong in your hand swinging.
Exactly.
So
Yep. That was my primary criticism of that game. I
that was
actually
my
finished that
only
game.
problem
I
with it.
liked it.
That was actually my only problem. I finished it too. That was my only problem with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I could agree.
So no, I have nothing else to say about those developers, that developer or anything. Let's
All
move
right.
on to the next.
Okay. Now, Mojang Studios, that's the Minecraft powerhouse. Now, I don't know what else they have in store for us, but we know Minecraft is a global phenomenon and
Yes, it
it
is.
continues to grow every single day.
I don't know
So,
how, but it does.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I just kind of gave up on that sentiment right there because that's how I was when it first started blowing up. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm over it. It's not going to stop. And it just doesn't. So, yeah, Minecraft. I have still yet to try the original Minecraft. I've tried Minecraft Dungeons, and that was kind of cool. But I mean, that feels like kids game, and and I hate saying that because like there are, excuse me, is that echo on mine or yours?
Ah, it's to be you. There's no echo noise.
Hold on. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, again.
Okay, yeah, that's better. Um, what was I saying? And
Just
there's the
talking
echo
about.
again. But yeah, I try it. I hate saying it because I've played like games geared for kids before and different things, and it's not like completely geared towards that, but it just feels kiddie. Like you feel with like you play with like plush swords and just toys and everything is a little toy and stuff like that. Eventually I'll play it again though, because it's Minecraft. It's zombies. So I gotta play dungeons again. But yeah, I expect that they're gonna show us some more Minecraft themed things and tell us about new platform they're rolling Minecraft out on and updates or something like that. But I don't really care beyond that.
Okay, without further ado, let's go on to the next one.
All right. Next up, we have In Exile Studios. Now, this studio I'm not very familiar with, but they specialize in RPG games. They were founded by a man named Brian Fargo, who I do not know. Apparently, they're responsible for Wasteland and Bard's Tale series. I've never played any of those series. They have their followings, and I expect them to be there for sure. But what they're going to show, maybe Wasteland 3, I don't know. But I don't care either, really. So, anything on that?
Nope. Don't know anything
Oh,
about that
right.
studio.
Double Fine Studios is up next. This is the Tim Schafer Helm Studios that's responsible for Psychonauts. We do know that Psychonauts 2 is coming, and even though they're a Microsoft game studio house now, they are still going to be publishing Psychonauts 2 on PS5 as well, I believe. But they also are responsible for Brutal Legend and Broken Age. I played a little bit of Broken Age. It was cool, but I never got into it that much. Brutal Legend didn't play, and neither Psychonauts. Um, I would like to see what they have in store, but I don't. It's not really my cup of tea what they have been developing in the past. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if any of these studio houses can bring me in where they missed me before. And this is one of those studios that I would like to see what they have in store for us. What about you?
Yeah, I'm thrilled to see what they can bring. Let's see what new that they could bring that they could actually bring in the fans and the gamers.
Thrilled on
You
what
know,
grounds, though?
well, and the unknown, something new, something we haven't experienced before, something
Okay.
never came up before.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me one quick second. Yeah, sorry about that. Had a freaking toy going off in the background. It's getting on my nerves. All right, next up we have Compulsion Games. Now, Compulsion Games, um, that's the studio house. They're a really small. They were an indie studio house actually before being bought by Microsoft, and they developed Contrast and We Happy Few. Contrast, I think, was received very well when it came out all those years ago, and then We Happy Few kind of was a letdown. It at first looked like it was gonna be reminiscent of indie Bioshock, and apparently it didn't hit all the notes that it was supposed to. So um, it was a disappointment to some. I didn't play any of those games, so I expect that they'll be there since they've been quiet for so long. Well, I guess We Happy Few was a couple years ago, but I expect that we'll see at least a teaser of what they have in store for us. No, I have no idea what they'll be showing though, but I doubt it'll be any more We Happy Few or Contrast theme stuff. What do you think?
I hope not.
Okay, you hope not to see them, or you hope it won't be any of those games.
I hope not to see any of those two games.
Okay, do you have a
Bring me,
certain aversion to them in any way, or
nah, just bring me something new.
okay?
Bring me something exclusive.
All right. You want something new and exclusive? Well, it's gotta be exclusive for sure, but we just don't know if it'll be new. All right, next up. This is the last one, and this is the Big Daddy. Yo, this is the big studio house, their premier studio house right now. That's kind of been dropping the ball the last few years. Because if you're unaware, this is the one and only 343 Industries. This is the studio house that was formed in or after Bungie left Microsoft stewardship and ventured out on their own to create that abomination. They
To
left the
create the
wonderful
new
world
life.
of Halo.
The
They left
new
the
life.
wonderful world of Halo. Now, Bungie left Halo because they wanted to do something new. They didn't want to work on Halo forever. This is what they said, right? They didn't want to work on Halo forever, so they wanted to do new things. So they left Halo to work on Destiny Boo Boo forever. Destiny Boo Boo forever. All the way into 22. They have a roadmap for Destiny Boo Boo. They left Halo for that. Thanks for creating Halo, Bungie, but good riddance. Good riddance, because we don't want the shit you're doing to Destiny at Halo. We don't want it at Halo's doorsteps. Now, 343.
Sounds like a personal problem to
Yeah,
you.
I got problems with you. You know we could go into my problems with Bungie and Destiny. You know it. We already touched it. Don't let me do it. Don't. We're here for other things. Now, 343 Industries is the powerhouse studio that was formulated after Bungie left Microsoft stewardship to then take control, custody of the Halo franchise. Their first game was Halo 4, and it was okay. And people were like, "This is not my Halo," but all right, they're getting their foot on the ground, they're feeling things out. Halo 5 came out and it felt great to play, but in reality, it was a Halo abomination. It was just not Halo. It was awful in terms of what Halo is supposed to be. Although I did like the boost, it was not good. So
Seems like Bungie need to come back and take back Halo.
excuse me, shut your ass up. Don't even do that. Don't interrupt my soliloquy about 343 but with no motherfucking Bungie. Don't you do that. Don't you get disrespectful. Cause I still take Halo 5 over any Destiny Boo Boo. All right. Fuck is you talking about? It's still a better game. And the gunplay feel great in motherfucking Halo 5. So don't you do that. Destiny Boo Boo. Anyway, shit. Yeah, so by all accounts, Halo Infinite is gonna be a expansive open world, beautiful, wonderful game with a single player, I repeat, a single player mode as well as multiplayer mode. There's been a lot of rumors as to what that multiplayer mode is gonna look like, but who cares? It has a great single player story mode that the people that love the Halo franchise, the lore, the universe can all hop in and experience for
Wait, wait, wait,
hours
wait,
and
wait.
hours
I have
and
a
hours on
question.
end. all
I have a
while
question for
getting
you.
new
I have,
content
I have a
over and
question.
over and
I have a
over.
question, sir. Could
Ask
you
your
answer
mother
my
loving
question?
question. Ask your mother loving question.
Is
And
this only the multiplayer? Is it multiplayer campaign or is it just a single player campaign?
every single Halo game to date has been co-op campaign experience, meaning we can go through an entire single player expansive open world reportedly universe in Halo Infinite together. We don't have to jump around, planet hop to figure out nothing. There is a story mode that has an open field that we can go play. Yeah. Fucking how's IO, huh? Hmm?
Well, we all know somebody had too many caffeine today, but it's okay. Somebody been hitting up that caffeine a little too hard, but
You say whatever you
hey,
want, man. You
I'm
know
not
how I feel
pointing
about that.
fingers though. But I just hope so, because if it
Yo,
doesn't have a campaign, multiplayer campaign, it's garbage. It is literally
listen,
human garbage.
listen.
Human
Listen.
feces
Stop it.
straight
Stop
out
it.
the ass. Quick.
You know that's not the only metric by which you judge a game to be good or garbage. You know that, first of
I'm
all.
just telling
And
you,
number
if
two,
it's not
because if that
multiplayer, it's garbage.
yeah, listen, my guy, listen to me. All right. Halo co-op campaign.
It's
Every
human
single
fart
game.
garbage. You know that.
Are you really calling Halo human fart garbage? Are you saying that, or are you saying if it was lacking a certain mode, then it would be human fart garbage?
Yes, if it's locking a certain mode, like if
Okay.
it's not, if
Well,
it doesn't have multiplayer mode, it's human fart
okay, well, I
garbage.
already told you it is gonna have a co-op
Okay,
campaign and a
I hope
multiplayer mode. I
so.
already explained that to you.
You're just saying that, but then you can
I do
clarify that.
know
Do
that.
you
I
have the
know
proof?
that. I have proof. Every single Halo game to date has had co-op campaign as well as multiplayer. So I know what I'm telling you. It will have co-op campaign, possibly up to 4 players, and it will be multiplayer as well. Okay, so you can relax your britches, Daisy.
Okay.
Shit.
All right.
I mean, Destiny though. Destiny Boo Boo don't have no motherfucking co-op campaign. That bullshit. You call that co-op campaign? They hop around and do strikes, dumb shit. You call that co-op campaign? That loosely themed to loosely tied together little bullshit. Do you call that a co-op campaign? His show ain't expansive. That's some linear bullshit. And his show ain't open world. That's some linear bullshit. That's what Destiny Boo Boo is. Now, if you want to go into it, then we can go into it because Destiny Boo Boo is some real bullshit based on the pedigree of that studio and where they should have went from whence they came. Don't you fucking start with me. You want to accept bullshit, accept it. You want to be happy with mediocrity, accept it, love it, embrace it, bask in it, soak in your fucking mediocrity. I don't, especially when you pitch me some phenomenal shit. This is the studio house that made Halo 1, 2, 3, and Halo Reach. This is a great studio house, and it was a next venture. This is what they left Halo to create. You fucking serious? That's what I got? And I'm supposed to be like, hey, Destiny, yay, yay, yay. Kiss my ass, Destiny Boo Boo.
Hey, listen, I got up a Destiny right now as we close on this. You on, Junior?
Wow, so you just ending the podcast to go play Destiny. That's what's really
I
going on.
just some greatest game of all time.
Man, just stop saying that. You know you don't even believe that, man. You know you don't believe that. Which Legend of Zelda is Destiny Boo Boo better than?
I know Destiny's actually better than what's that game called? Boring Lands?
He
Was
not
it
gonna answer the
boring?
question. So now look at him
No, no,
deflect
no.
onto Borderlands. All right, we
Listen to
can
me,
address
listen to
that.
me.
we can address that actually because
Is that boring
me,
lands? I mean, boring
let me
lands like
explain
the
something
game
to
with the
you.
cartoon
Let
graphics.
me
Yeah, I think
son
that's
you,
the
kid.
game with the
Let
cartoon
me
graphics.
son you, kid. Without Borderlands, there is no Destiny. Borderlands is the granddaddy of the shooter looter genre. And to this day, Borderlands 1 kicking more than Destiny Boo Boo. Stop playing yourself, son.
You
And I'm not
mean Borderlands
talking
1 that
about,
was so
I'm
slow
not,
and boring that I dropped sleep at halfway in the
guess
first
what?
stage?
Guess what? You didn't
The
even play the
first game.
but you didn't play
God
the
damn.
remaster. You didn't play the remaster, and I'm not
Oh
talking
my.
about it kicking more than in terms of like popularity. I'm
And
talking about in
listen,
terms of
Borderlands
experience,
2, right?
in terms
Listen
of
to me.
gameplay, in
Borderlands,
terms
is
of
it
story.
Borderlands? Yeah, I mean, it's Borderlands 3, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Borderlands 3. The only difference between Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 2 is that you can slide. Finally, you can slide. Other than that, the game looks about the same way and it does about the same
Okay.
stupidest ever.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I actually can't argue that too much because I feel like Borderlands 3 is a letdown. I don't feel like Borderlands 3 lived up to what it was supposed to be, what I wanted it to be. I really don't. Okay, so I'm not even going to argue that point with you, but you can't argue that the point that Borderlands 3 is a much more technically sound, not technically, but much more overall better
And listen to
handled
me,
game than
the
Destiny Boo.
only thing for Borderlands that is better than, I think is two things that are
What's
better
that?
than Destiny are the loot and the story. The loot and the story. The
Okay.
gunplay, the way how the character moves and feels is better in Destiny, and you know it.
Okay, I'm not
You
gonna
can't
argue that.
even
No,
sell
I won't argue that
dodge.
point.
I mean, how could you not have like like how Destiny has
Every
that dodge
character in
mechanic?
Destiny can dodge. Every character in Destiny can dodge. Don't do that.
Oh, I mean, the Titan can't dodge, but out of the Titan, the Warlock
The
and
warlock can dodge. Only the hunter can dodge.
the Warlock the dodge in the air.
Oh my god, whatever.
The same thing the Titan, the
It's
same
a
thing that the
second
Hunter
jump that
do.
he can control going sideways, bro. It's not enough. It's
No,
not like a dodge. Come on.
no. You see, you haven't played with the Warlock to even know that. You see, that's the
All right,
problem.
whatever.
You
All
don't
right,
master him.
okay. He can dodge. He can
The
dodge. All right,
Warlock can dodge in the air. He can dodge side dodge.
okay, fine.
He can side frontal or back dodge.
All right, fine. The warlock can dodge. That's still only a few minor things that it has over
So
Borderlands. As
like
an
I'm like
overall experience,
Borderlands, like you
Borderlands is
came
a
out,
better
you
game.
saw this, right? You can't even make some kind of mechanics that at least for like every 2 minutes and you the character can at least dodge out of the way. I have to jump sideways in a game that come out late
Or you
in
could
the
also
thing. I
strafe.
have to
You could also strafe.
bullshit, bullshit,
It's not
bullshit.
bullshit. That's real
Anyhow,
shit.
bullshit. Anyhow,
So yeah,
bullshit.
I do agree. Borderlands 3 didn't live up to its
Harsh.
potential, but at the same time, it's a much better game overall than Destiny Boo Boo.
Because of the storyline and the loot. That's it. That's all it
But
wins. The
all I'm
storyline
saying
and
is
the loot.
overall as
And
a
the loot
game,
wasn't even all of that either. The
game,
loot was half of the guns I saw was garbage.
as a overall, bro, you can't even do that. Borderlands 3 still has so much more to offer the gamer than Destiny 2. You have all these different weapons and you have these different weapon elements. You have your abilities. You have a multitude of different types of grenades. Whereas in Destiny Boo Boo, you got 1 out of 3 grenades active at a time. You know what I mean? Your inventory slot in Borderlands holds a plethora of shit. You could swap out grenades on the fly. You have your special abilities for your per character. I mean, come on, stop playing yourself, son. There is just so much more that Borderlands has to offer a gamer than Destiny Boo Boo, and you know it. You just
Borderlands
all
is
you
a
got to hang your
fantasy
hat on for
game.
Destiny. It doesn't
Listen to
matter
me,
what you got label it as.
Destiny's a
All you got to
fantasy
hang your
game too.
bro.
Well, how can we have a debate if you just the honest one talking?
Okay, fine.
Okay.
You're right. Sorry. I'm
So
sorry.
what
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is that Borderlands Destiny is a fantasy game, more like a sci-fi type like, but it's still more realistic than Borderlands. Borderlands is straight up cartoon Google Gaga
Okay,
stupidness.
so
That's them shit
graphics
that Lady
bother you.
Gaga made up.
Graphics
Like to
bother
be
you.
honest with you, like Britney Spears had some part in
Okay,
making
but
that.
here's what I'm saying. If the graphics bother you, you cannot argue the merits of the game overall. If it's a graphical thing, then you
The
can say you
game put me
prefer
to sleep
Destiny's
half the
graphics,
time. Like there's that stage
and
when you
that's
play in the swamp
fine.
area. Oh my goodness, I couldn't wait to get out of that
Okay, bro.
stage.
All I'm saying is that's
That
fine.
that
If
level
the
was
game
real hot,
aesthetic,
half
if the
garbage,
if the
hot
aesthetic
shit,
of the game does
hot
not
shit.
suit your
And I'm not
taste,
talking about that hard shit that drive. I talking about a brand new hot shit that just come out the
Still
hearted
grass and
bath.
water,
That's how
man.
that
It's still
game
just
is.
grass and water. Still grass and water.
Okay.
Don't
I
change.
don't care about hot grass and water.
All
That's
right.
what that be. Hot, harsh shit, grass and water.
Okay.
Point
Okay.
blank.
All
So
right.
compared to that,
All I'm
the
saying is
Destiny
you.
gunplay is so phenomenal, so
Yes, I
smooth.
agree.
The
I will
dodge,
not
the
argue
jump,
that.
the
That is
slide,
your
the
only
climb,
merit.
the
That is your
rockets them
only
blowing up,
merit
the
for
grenades
Destiny.
them
The gunplay.
exploded, burning the floor. Oh my
Fam,
goodness.
but it's a very limited game in scope. The abilities that you have in Destiny are done well, but it's limited in its scope. That's what I'm saying to you. It has so
Yeah.
much less to offer than
Uh-huh.
a game like Borderlands. Even Borderlands
But
1 has more to
Borderlands is a
offer.
fake game compared to Destiny,
You
though.
don't like
Borderlands
the
is so
graphics. That is
is
all. You just don't like
no
the
guns
graphics.
that throw on the ground and guns running around shooting. That's fantasy
Yes,
for
not
sure.
every gun is like that. So what? And Destiny's not rooted in reality. Come on, man. The darkness, Gaul. Come on. What are you talking about?
Wait, you still bet your gun can
Guardians,
go can go
Guardians
put
are
your foot
dead
on top.
people that came back to
Hey,
life.
people, he still bet that gal put your foot on your feet and kick you off the tower. He kick you off the tower.
Anybody with
He still holding that one pass now.
anybody with a
He's
goddamn brain would be pissed about that.
listen to me. My boy here, that aim is Vex Gal take his pinky toe and put it in his mouth when he kick you off the tower. Ooh. Well, you see,
Fam.
I was tall, check. So he put his foot on top of my chest and pushed me out. But as for no, I remember, no, I was shorter than him. I was the hunter. He was a Titan. So he was a big lock up Arnold Schwarzenegger type Titan. So what happened is Golf toe happened to reach in his mouth and push him off the cliff. So he's still holding that one paw snell against Golf. So please
You done?
forgive him if he's talk harsh against Golf. Anyhow, you could go
Fam.
ahead. I just had to explain that to the people in case they're listening to you
Fam.
talk about God.
Okay. Okay.
God's my nigga. He's my dog. He goes hard.
You so full of
Yeah,
shit, bro.
yeah. He puts he puts
All
puts on
goes
people.
hard. That boss fight was hard. That boss fight was hard. What was that boss fight?
Yeah,
Shoot,
yeah.
shoot.
If you
Oh,
see
wait, wait, wait. To shoot. Shoot,
Gal
shoot,
hold up
shoot, shoot, shoot.
his trainer by the neck and just choke
What
him
was
out.
the strategy for
Now
that?
that's a
What was the
real guy.
strategy for that boss fight for Gaul? Wasn't it just shoot till he dies?
No, you had to shoot,
Mhm.
dodge, jump, run, duck,
Oh
everything.
wow,
I mean,
yeah,
Gal was
man. Oh
Gal
man,
was
you couldn't
Gal.
stay in one spot and shoot. Oh man, the strategy. Whew. Oh man, look at that. It's so oh man, games have come so far. They really have. They
Anyhow.
really have. Anyway, I don't know where I was before I got there, but all I'm saying, man, is that Destiny doesn't offer nearly as much as what Borderlands offers to the gamer to play with. So you can say whatever you want. Even Borderlands 1 has a bigger world than Destiny. So I don't care. I rock with Borderlands. You could rock with Destiny all you want. I'm not a tortured freaking person who develops Stockholm syndrome. I am not that. I'm always gonna call Destiny out for the bullshit that it is every chance I get, and every time they say they're releasing something new, I'm gonna try it because I'm still fucking hoping that they stop bullshitting us, the gamers, and give us that fucking game that they promised us from the very beginning. Will I ever get that? Fucking doubt it. That's why I'm looking forward to Outriders. All right, so whatever.
Well, let's now put this to a close here. As we were saying, that I look forward to seeing what Halo has to bring. So, with that being the last title that we talk about, um, do you have anything else to say? Finish aim.
Nah, man. The only other topic was us getting to that abomination. And I really don't want to do that. Destiny's already provided enough pulsating vessels in my head today, man. Because you be on some bullshit
So
with your
we
Destiny,
will be
bro.
talking about other games on the next
Fucking
podcast.
captured
We
civilian.
will be talking about Final Fantasy VII remake, and we'll be talking
Why?
about that human waste of garbage of time, The Last
Ugh,
of
why?
Us.
No. Why you want to do that? You really want to do that on the next episode?
The next episode we have to talk about it. It is just too much of a problem. The
Uh,
Last of Us 2
bro.
made me stop playing my PlayStation for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
They had
bro,
me in
that's a
quarantine.
disgusting
The
set of
Last of Us
topic.
2 had me in quarantine. I was afraid to touch my PlayStation 2 just because I still had that game on top of my list. I didn't even deleted it yet. Shame on me. I could not believe I had that
And
abomination of a game on top of my
I'm
system.
gonna let you lead that conversation
Oh,
because
I am going to lead it so very
I'm
well.
not, I'm
I
not, I'm
cannot
not looking
believe
forward to
how
that.
they destroyed my boy Joes. And then to done to finish it off, that idiot gonna go on ahead and make Abby bite off my girl 2 fingers so she can't play the guitar that Joes gave us as a gift. How more sickening he could be. Why he
All right,
didn't just make everybody die in the game and done? It would have still been a
okay.
better game. Why didn't he let the zombie just eat everybody up and everybody go out in a gun blazing war against the zombies or the monsters, the mutating humans, you would call, and then they died trying to save humanity or something? It would have been more noble and more decent than having Abby walk around pretending that she's some nice person. Get over it. Your father tried to shoot Jules. Oh no, he didn't try to shoot him. He tried to come after him with a scalp or whatever it is, and then Jules just had to handle business. You understand? Really, nigga, you come after me with a knife? I got a gun. I can't remember if I shoot. Yeah, I think I shoot that guy with a damn shotgun, and he dissolved every single force of that shotgun. Then Abby gonna come behind me. And after the damn abomination gets saved by Jules, she gonna shoot my boy in the foot with a shotgun. Guess it's karma, but still. Then she gonna tie my boy foot up and beat him with a damn golf stick. Instead of, yeah, it was a golf stick. Maul my boy on the ground. And then go have my girl watch it. And then my girl gonna play stupidity and catch a conscience at the end of the thing when she had a choke in the water. I was done vexed that she was gonna kill her by drowning her. Drowning her was not the right way. When she meet her tie up in a tree, she was supposed to just beat her like a pinata. That would have just been delicious to us. Just beat her to hell, go shoot her in her 2 legs and watch her bleed out, then start beating her like a pinata. And then what I do is tie your legs and say, you can't bleed out, they can't make this quick. Then go and take the same, go back and bring the same, just travel with the same golf stick she used to beat my boy with my boy blood on it, and continue to maul her. Beat her until candies or blood come out her damn stomach and guts. Then I would have been happy. Anyhow, and that's Stone Cold, so that's all I got to say about that. So I turn the closing over to you, Aim.
Well, all right. Um, got it all up.
Yep,
Okay,
I'm done.
good, fantastic. All right. Yeah, I have no comment on any of that. um, this was wonderful, man. Your opinions are kind of crazy to me a lot of the time, especially when it comes to Destiny Boo Boo.
Oh,
But your opinions are your
wait, wait, wait,
opinions,
wait,
and
wait, 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 wait. Destiny is the greatest game of all times. Okay, go ahead, man.
see that type of bullshit. But you're my brother, and I love you still. I'm Dead Aim. He's Dead Eyes. He's the Iceman, and I'm the Flame. And we getting the fuck up out of here. This was a wonderful time. Looking forward to the July 23rd showcase, and I will be live streaming that. That is July 23rd at noon Central. And what is it? No, 9 p.m., 9 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Pacific. So I will be live streaming that. Maybe the Iceman will join me. Who knows? And we can go from there. Thank you all for sticking around. If you made it to the very end of this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, like, and share. And don't forget to subscribe. We are up out of here. This is Dead Aim to the Brain signing off.